Hello and welcome, you damn crooks. Name is Cavell, and welcome back to Jak and Daxter. Last time, we have defeated Gull and Maya, saving the world from potential dark eco. And this time, we're pretty much going to be going over some things that I wanted to bring up eventually. Right now, I'll be going through the mountain pass on foot, because I've said that you can do this both forwards and back. And I'm going to be talking about multiple things. The first thing I want to go over is this. This is an interesting plant that is actually from the Crash Bandicoot series. It's a nice little Easter egg and a nod to Naughty Dog's previous project. This guy is actually not important. There is some that we would like to talk about, but it's gonna be spoilers for a future game, so don't worry about that quite yet. The next thing I want to bring up is Jak and Daxter: The Lost Levels. This is a Flash game that used to be on Naughty Dog's website, and there's a bit of lore to this as well, kind of a legend. The legend pretty much goes that the developers were contacted by a guy named Gil Agron, guess who that turns out to be, and pretty much just loses all contact with them for whatever reason. His name is supposedly where Gil Agron gets his name from. Speaking of which, in the final fight between Gull and Maya, you can actually hear this.
I'm gonna take it.
This is a reference to the Twisted Sister song by the same name. How is it a reference? Dee Snider, the frontman for Twisted Sister, actually voices Gull, which is interesting. Now I want to go over the Pool of Dark Ego in the opening cutscene. This actually has a different sound effect in the Japanese version, because in the Japanese version, there's only 2 sound effects being used, while everywhere else uses 3. Next, I want to just go over this right now. I've never even seen what these bats do, so I decided to just check this out real quick.
Maybe we can duck the bats.
Lastly, I want to go over the Precursor alphabet. They are on structures all around the world, and basically I just want to go over what each of them say. The most abundant one, which I will be going through right here, is life. So if you want to know what these structures say, this is what they say. Next, I want to go over the Precursor events. The outside of the events will always say power, while the inner will always say strength. The caps on the events that you'll find will pretty much say power, but it is only the first 3 letters, and it's pretty much just repeated. The next set of structures will say power. We'll see it like here on the bridge to the Jungle Temple or against Claw, and the others that I have right here. The next set of structures will have the word fuel on them. The most common place you'll find them is either in the Precursor Basin or the Lost Precursor City, which is where most of the next stuff comes in. Next we'll have just tubes. These will only be found in the Precursor City. Over here, we will have tank. This is the other one that is only found within the Lost Precursor City. Honestly, I have no idea what this one is. Now it's time for the less common stuff. These pillars right here, that you can find in Geyser Rock or the Forbidden Jungle, will say Quest. Remember that dark eco switch from the Precursor City? That actually says Danger. It's warning you not to jump on it. Similarly, the relic that Daxter trips on in the opening cutscene says Beware. The dark eco frozen in the walls in the Snowy Mountain will have two things. The top will say Power, while the bottom will say SOBW. Whatever that means. The Precursor orbs also have two lines of text. The top will say Naughty Dog, while the bottom will say Madman. This is true for every single orb except for one. The orb on the cover of the PS2 version of Jak and Daxter will say One Destin, either One Destiny or One Destination. The Fisherman's Bandana, of all things, also has a unique line of text. This will say Fish, but I can't really get a good angle at it. Finally, the blockers have a unique line of text saying, You are getting really dizzy. Ha ha! Finally, the map that comes with the PS2 version of the game has a text of its own, and it reads as follows. In ancient, dreamless, uninvaded sleep, the silent giants wait to be awakened. Deep will their slumber be, silent their once echoing voices, until the world has no memory of their beginnings. In the gloom, they will watch, and they will wait. Those who go to them for answers will return only with new questions, but these will come with silence ends. The one who carries the light will awaken the voices. With him, one whose fate was twisted towards darkness long ago. In the time before time, when the light bursts from the earth with answers to the questions will begin. But only begin, for still the world will not be ready to learn the truth of its past, or the secrets of its future. The last thing I want to bring up is right up here on the top of the Citadel. Look over here! That is Snowy Mountain. We can see that we easily eclipse it by height. We are currently on the highest point in the world. That is basically all I've wanted to show. This has been Jak and Daxter. The name is Cavell, and thank you for going through this adventure with me. I will see you in the next game. Bye!